Minister of Information for USATKD, and I'm here to welcome you to the 2019 Senior Grand Slam event. Are you all excited? That's okay, because I'm way more excited than all of that. Listen, this is going to be a trend-setting, monumental event that's going to set a precedent that will change how Taekwondo is lived in this country. So we're very excited. And so I'm not going to belabor the point. I'm not going to talk you to death. Let's get down to the action. In our first match, in our women's plus 67 division, in blue from the great state of Kansas, Madeline Douglas. And in red, from the great state of Minnesota, Tara Hussey. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please remove your hats and stand with me as we face the flag, celebrate our country's national anthem. Competitors, are you ready? Coaches, you ready? Judges, are you ready? Spectators, are you ready? All right, then let's, viewers, are you ready? I heard you scream. Then let's get ready to slam!
And with that, we have our inaugural Grand Slam. First match, exciting. Sherman Nelson on the call. Hi, I'm Jason Poozes, chopping it up. This is the Grand Slam edition. We are live from the National Center of Excellence here in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Athletes are testing right now, so they're testing their equipment, and we're going to get right to action here momentarily. Let me give you a little bit of the history of the players. We'll get right to it again. This is the Grand Slam. This is the plus 67 female division. So this is the very first division we will have. We have two players here. In the blue, we have Madeline Douglas from Kansas, coached by her father, Brad Douglas. She is 6 foot, 90 kilograms she weighed in at. So we've got more of the heavyweight fighter here. On the other side, we've got Tara Hussey. Tara Hussey is from Minnesota, coached by Scott Phelps, who's kind of filling in for her coach, if you will. Her coach wasn't able to make it, so Scott Phelps was a friend of his and will coach her. Tara is 5'4", 71 kilograms, so in the middleweight category here. We're starting with action already. So we got a great first match. We're going to bring in Sherman. He's here now. So Sherman, great call getting us started. This is such a professional venue, and we'll talk about it throughout the day. But let's get right to action. The size difference is notable right off the bat.
And I think that's going to be a thread throughout this day when we have our Olympic divisions, which bring minus 67. We bring minus 73 and plus 73 together in this group, and you add in some 67s. You really have 3 different weight divisions that are going to be featured in this women's division. And so we're going to have some size differences. We want to see how those play out.
Yeah, there was a deduction there. We don't see it on our screen yet. We'll get it figured out. So I do know that it's 1-0 for Miss Douglas, and she received that deduction, or the point for the deduction for the falling or falling out of bounds. Actually, a little bit of both, but the fall is where the deduction came in. Yeah, we're on it. We're on it. So talking about that, the size was already a factor.
Yeah.
It was definitely. So Madeline Douglas already using her size as the heavyweight. This is a combination weight division, Sherm. So touch on that a little bit as you see some of the action, some of the pressing by Madeline Douglas. And Tara Hussey's going to have to find a way to kind of weather that storm, and does with a punch. So congratulations, her first point of the Grand Slam.
I was about to say she's going to have a punch. She's going to have to figure out something on the inside because that constantly retreating is not going to work when you have a competitor with a 5-6 inch height differential.
Yeah, completely agree. So talk a little bit about, when you do a combined weight division, it's an Olympic deal. Obviously, you and I being at the last Olympic Games as staff members, so we understand that process. But talk about to the viewers, it's a different mentality. It really is.
Sure, it is. Whenever you kind of have an amalgamated division where you've brought these people in from varying styles, because there's a significant difference in how the game is played at plus 73 and how the game is played at minus 67. But in this division, you have a little bit of minus 67, minus 73, and plus 73. So it makes for you have to be much more versatile in these Olympic divisions. You have to be able to respond to the quicker fighter. You have to be able to manage, just like you said about Miss Hussey, that taller fighter, the person who's leggier, who's pressing more. So I think that these divisions really show your taekwondo acumen. They show, whether your taekwondo IQ is high, and then whether your body can handle what this game has evolved into.
Yeah, I totally agree. And Tara Hussey did a good job there toward the end, garnering another point on a punch. So she's been able to weather that storm, if you will. Come up with a 2-1 lead, so she's definitely hanging in there, being one of the shorter fighters in this division.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, Tara is the shortest fighter at 5'4". So, out of Minnesota, don't have a ton of information on their club and their coach. So maybe they're new, but I do know that it's her father coaching her. So I love those. The child and the parent bond. I love that.
I guess you would, seeing how your dad used to coach you.
I do love that bond, as you know.
You all had a lot of success.
Right, we're back to action here. Second round. This is the plus 67 kilogram category. Here we go. We have Madeline Douglas in the blue, Tara Hussey in the red. Tara clinging to a 2-1 lead here in the first match of the inaugural Senior Grand Slam at the USA Taekwondo National Center of Excellence.
Miss Douglas committed another violation for pushing, so Miss Hussey has a 3-1 lead now.
Yeah, and she's doing a good job just keeping her head out of the way. She's got her head back a little bit, so that's good. That's actually very good training there to keep that, especially being 5'4".
Yep.
Knows how to close the distance. Did a great job there of just closing the distance and
collapsing the space.
Yeah, and
we talk about that all the time.
Yeah, and the one thing I like about what she's doing there, she's very patient inside. So if we don't get the punch, we're willing to hang in there and stay in there as long as we can to try to score something from inside out. And the referee doing a great job of just letting them try to fight out.
Yeah.
They do break it early, but if they're moving and they're giving the signs of competition,
willingness to compete.
Right. And there's no question
another
there.
One.
Yeah, those punches are coming now, and she's feeling good about it. That head kick is so close though, and if Madeline can hit it.
It's going to be a difference maker. We have 57 seconds left in this round and one more round. That head kick is getting too close.
Yes.
And if she makes contact with it, then the game changes, and Miss Hussey's not going to be able to play defense.
Right.
She's going to have to go on the offense.
Yeah, it could be a tie at this point, but if she can connect on one of the head kicks. But what I've been impressed with Tara Hussey is her ability, like you said, to collapse the space after the initial exchange.
Yeah.
But on the other side, Madeline Douglas is going to have to do a better job of following up. If you've got that size difference, you're going to have to be able to use the cut.
You got to do something with it, right.
Push her back with the cut if you can, and then bring that leg over the top like that. I like the idea. We just have to connect.
Yeah, we're kind of delivering it a la carte when it needs to be a part of a whole meal.
Exactly.
And that a la carte X kick isn't going to make that space away. But it gets close, man. It gets close. We have 10 seconds, under 10 seconds. And that's the end of round 2. Jason, so what in this division, let's do some predicting. It's difficult because half the field we know and the other half we don't know.
So honestly, like when we talk about predictions, we have so many new up and coming fighters that I'm going to have a hard time giving you any throughout the day and honestly throughout the weekend. But let's talk a little bit about some of the people we have back in the division. Let's first talk about the number 1 seed, Hannah Keck. Coming off of a young fighter, but coming off of making the senior national team and going to world championships. My feeling is that experience is going to propel her today.
Yeah. And
it will propel her into what I would say at least the finals. And again, that's just guessing. I mean, you got Sanaa Sabazi on that side, who
veteran
couldn't be more of a veteran, and then Sarah Pride,
the most experienced person in this division.
Yeah, maybe in the whole entire competition.
Right.
And then of course on the other side you've got our Olympian who's back, and Jackie Galloway. So I like Jackie's chances here. Just so much experience and so much
at the
physicality,
absolute highest level.
Right. So I like Jackie's chances a lot today, just based on her physicality, her experience, and her willingness to go take chances to win.
Yeah. I think
there's that head kick again, that right leg.
It's close. Miss Hussey's doing a fantastic job. Tara's doing a great job of managing that head placement, like you said earlier. And again, at 5'4", she's going to have to be on that game all day.
There's another good punch. Doesn't garner a point, but she's really timing it well. A little more checking from Madeline Douglas would go a long way. Giving her some motion, giving a little bit of checking.
She could kick around that lift.
Getting caught standing there just a little bit right now. Right. So fatigue's coming into play here.
And then I wonder, what does the anxiety of the moment plus the altitude, what is that doing in this? Because we've both fought in this city, and it is treacherous sometimes.
Yeah, it is. The altitude here is what, about 8? Is it? Am I right? There it is. There's the head kick we talked about. So she finally gets it.
We're a mile up, and the oxygen is thinner.
Right.
It's thinner. Plus, again, we talk about the pressure of this space. There's one ring. It's a darkened room, and it's just you, and everybody is watching you.
Well,
everybody on live stream is watching you. That pressure does a lot.
It does.
And so now we have this head kick, and I told you it would come around.
Yeah, she was too close, and that was early in the round. So you knew when fatigue became a factor.
Absolutely.
Like late second or mid to late third round, you knew that was going to come into play. But can she score that punch to take this to a 5-4 win? Because at 4-4, I really like, and she does get the points, the punch. So it's coming up a little late for us, but we're seeing it like you're seeing it. And at this point, they're liking the punch, and it's something that I talked about the last time we were in the National Center of Excellence. And we'll talk about it again. But the punches really sound off in this one ring environment. It's such a professional space, but they really sound off.
Yeah, we're kind of missing. Interesting. We're kind of missing some diversity of technique here.
Yeah, gonna have to be able to kick tighter.
Yeah.
Gonna have to be able to bring that. That's not a bad idea. Just got to follow the kick a little bit too much. One kicking late, it might cost us the game here, and that is the time right there. There's 3.79 seconds on here, but the time is out here that I'm seeing. With the winner, from Minnesota, Tara Hussey, with our first win. That's going to be a really good trivia question later on down the road.
Who won the first match at the first ever senior Grand Slam event?
Maybe the first ever, just say Grand Slam event. Doesn't have to be senior, junior, or cadet.
Yeah, right. It's the first of all 3 age brackets.
It'll be Tara Hussey out of Minnesota. So
when
congratulations
that question pops up at the U.S. Open or at Nationals, and you have an opportunity to win a prize, make a note of it and write it down somewhere.
Make a note. Tara Hussey from Minnesota. Congratulations, Tara. She'll move on to face Hannah Keck a little later in this session. Sherman, we're here at the National Center of Excellence, and you and I have been marveling at just how nice this place is. But just talk about the professional feel of this environment, because I know how I feel about it, and I have a good feeling that you feel the same. But I've been so impressed with just the lighting now. I mean, everything. So just kind of go through some of the things that you feel like our viewers and the people that are watching us on.
Concept of having a facility for the training, selecting, and display of our highest levels of taekwondo. They've taken that seriously. So we've got the right kind of lighting so that it looks like a world-class event. The interesting thing is the USOC has been following our shows and following our productions, and there are no other Olympic sports really doing this kind of production for their events. Yeah, everybody does it for the Olympic trials because that's every 4 years, and NBC comes alongside as a partner. But we're doing it just as a routine standard that we're just going to display the best athletes we have and put it in the best light. I mean, just look at that image right there. The darkened room, the highlighted floor. This is so far removed from what we competed in when we were here at the Sheridan or at the Olympic Training Center,
Right.
where there was no production value whatsoever. So I'm really proud of what they are pulling together. And I hope these athletes really, take the opportunity to maximize this moment.
So we're ready for our second match. So let's call it out as we see it. In the blue, from Minnesota, we have Bethany Walk at 5'8", 68 kilograms. So just barely getting into that division, as we talked about. You talked about that. Coached by her mother, Amanda Walk. In the red, we have Cariana Huff from Kentucky. Cariana's 5'6", 78 kilograms. Coached by Sean Ramey. So Sean had been around for a long time.
Sure.
Yeah, and so both coaches obviously know their players, but I asked if they knew each other, and they do. So they're pretty familiar with each other. Sean, a competitor in his own right, competed for a long time. So we'll get a little bit of comments from Sean a little bit later. Sean Ramey, great front leg flipping to start off by Bethany Walk. Does a good job just floating the cut. Just looks like it's going to be lazy, and then sure enough flips it up to the face and almost scores.
You know how much I love the back kick, and I like the fact that she turned under that cut early.
Yeah, making a statement there that I'm not going to accept that.
Even if it didn't score, I've let you know that this can be your parting gift.
Yeah, a little bit better motion by both these players. The other girl seemed a little bit tentative at first. Good trading of kicks here. I'm impressed with Cariana's ability to follow those kicks. Good covering by Bethany on the other side. So at 0-0, we've got a lot of action. And some points are going to come up.
All right, so we have our... This is our first... All right, and we're back to the action.
And it's 1-0, so what you'll see is there's a point come up. It looks like they gave a punch, but they didn't get the button pushed in time. So we've got a freezing on the clock. So I'll call it out for you. There's 1 minute and 7 seconds left. It's 1-0 Cariana Huff out of Kentucky.
There we go. It caught up.
Almost. We're not quite there yet.
It's almost there.
We're not quite. It's tough to get this stuff to kind of work together, but we'll give it to you with just 50 seconds left. I like the action here. Both fighters content to stand in the open stance, and both fighters content to use their front legs effectively to keep the other one kind of at bay. Oh, great try.
Nice.
Really like Cariana's idea of the left leg axe kick.
Yeah, that was a good
Tried
idea.
to bring it up over the shoulder and hit, just barely missed. Another good turn, so I really like her. I like her repertoire. She's got a lot of tools
she's
here
showing,
in the
she's showing a little
toolbox.
diversity of technique, and I think that's going to be essential because the winner of this match moves on to face Rebecca Adams.
A nice turn there.
So
Another
we're
nice
going
idea
to-
on the turn. It's going to cost her. It's going to cost her a point. A lot. I really like her ideas here, and more than that, I like her willingness to take the chance. It cost her the point, but I thought it was a nice try, if you will, and without question, the gamble could pay off long term later. That's the end of the first round, so we're a little bit behind on our thing. So it's 1-1, and we're caught up. Perfect.
Caught up. Great job. Shout out to Wiggins.
Yeah, Wiggins knows his stuff, right? As soon as we say that, it's frozen again. So, Wiggins, we were trying to give you tons of compliments, and sure enough.
And you're not deserving of them.
Not yet, at least.
You're not. No, he deserves all those compliments and more. He does a great job for our sport, and for the vision of Steve McNally and for Jose Villapando and the vision on how they want this to look. He makes it happen. So this is a great team effort. It takes a whole bunch of us doing very specific things to pull this off, and we hope you appreciate it. I know that when I can't make it to an event, to be able to watch it and to hear commentary, I love it. I get to feel like I'm there, and so that's why we're here. We take time away from our families so that you, our Taekwondo family, can be a part. Great overhead shot.
Wow, that's a great view right there. I love that
overhead
view.
shot is very cool.
Yeah, he might stay here for a sec just to see it. They look so good.
See how the match looks
cut flipping. Good punch. Nice punch by Bethany Walk. I don't know if she's gonna get the point. She didn't, but wow, I really like that. Looks like we're gonna get a little more action here in round number 2. This is the plus 67 kilogram Grand Slam. This would be the first round here. We've got 2 first round matches before there's a round of 16s before we get into the quarterfinals. So this is definitely round of 16 action. Cariana Huff in the red, Bethany Walk in the blue. Game tied on deductions and punches here, so.
Bethany's kind of content to stay out. She's a little longer. She's content to kind of play outside, lead in with the cut, flip it over, trying to get that body work. That's a good punch.
Yeah, and I liked the punch, but the punch came on the other side.
Yeah, I like the punch from Cariana.
Yeah, Cariana definitely received the point for the punch, but I also thought Bethany might have a chance. Oh, great underneath the front leg. Both players hit the Hogu pretty effectively there. Didn't score, but both of them were right on target.
And so that little blue Hogu thing that looks like a chest guard at the bottom lets you know when a kick makes contact but doesn't hit with enough force to score a point. If it stays up, then you know, and it tells you what the
yeah. There's our first points. There's our first kick of the game right there. So Bethany Walk definitely finally connected with one of those right leg roundhouse kicks to take a 3-2 lead. Good pressure. Good. Oh, great cover. Really like Bethany's cover
good
there.
hands.
Oh, and another. There's our first score there to the head.
To the head.
Yeah. So we got our first head kick.
We like the turn, but we got to finish the turn. So we got caught at the end of the back kick. We got stuck in between, and in between is the perfect place to be if you want to get hit.
Yeah, and I think that it's not a technical issue as much as it is maybe kind of falling out of the back kick a little bit. If you're a little bit off balance and you're falling back or out of it, you're kind of stuck in that no person's land. And that no person's land there, well, you can't really move in and you can't slide back. Therefore, you're kind of stuck in place. And if you don't have a plan B available, what's going to happen? They're going to be able to tap your head.
Just leave that leg up there, right.
So, I mean, it's not that she couldn't score that kick. It's just we're going to give a little bit of credit, huh? Yeah, a little bit of coaching going on. So we're trying to hear in, trying to listen in. We can open our window here at our broadcast zone and try to get a little feel for what's going on. So we'll try to give you the inside of this.
The stuff that you can't get anywhere else. All right, and we're back at it.
This is round 3. This is the round of 16s. Again, we've got Bethany Walk from Minnesota in the blue, Cariana Huff from Kentucky in the red.
Okay.
Again, good contact by Bethany Walk. I feel like she's kind of found her range. It took her about a round or so, maybe a round and a half, but she's really found the range now. And Cariana's going to have to make some changes because Bethany's starting to time her. And she's timing her with the front leg, and she's actually timing her with the second kick. Great follow.
Yeah, that's a good follow.
Yeah, that's a really great follow because it just neutralized Bethany Walk's ability to kind of play defense at that point.
Now the question is does she believe that this 4-point lead is a big enough lead?
Yeah,
Because
she's
it's
willing to play defense and willing to use her cut. And, I'm going to tell you right now that I think it is. And the reason why I think it is because I don't see tons of pressure from Cariana. I think Cariana's going to have to kind of,
right.
honestly take a little caution out, take some chances here. Like this, like spin underneath this. You can see she's trapping that the whole way.
Yeah.
Kind of coming in, using her front leg. Great, trying to throw the punch. But honestly, Sherman, she's looking just to punch to kick. And that's
Yeah.
okay. Oh, there's the spin there.
There's
Just
a good
not
trap.
going to. Yeah, it's being covered, so I really think she's going to need to take that up and make it a spinning heel or
Spin
hook kick
to
at
the
this
face,
point.
yeah.
Simply because it's so covered out by Bethany from Minnesota. Just 15 seconds left in the match for the 4-point lead. She's content to play defense, content to keep that right leg in front, definitely content to kind of move around and show some kicking just to stay out. It's going to need to be a spin here now, a spin hook kick now.
Yeah.
Cariana trying the best and doesn't make it happen, and that's the end of the game. Bethany Walk out of Minnesota with her first win at the inaugural Grand Slam. This is the Senior Grand Slam. This is the plus 67 kilogram division. As you said, Bethany will move on to face Rebecca Adams from South Carolina, who is the number 2 seed here and has got herself into the quarterfinals based on seeding already.
Yep. So we have a little bit of a break, and then we will be back with Hannah Keck in blue and Tara Hussey in red as we make it to our quarterfinal matches here in this women's plus 67 division. I am Sherman. That is Jason. We are here at the USA Taekwondo National Center of Excellence for our Senior Grand Slam event. Don't go away.
Fighting out of Kentucky, Minnesota, Tara Hussey, your hand. Out of Minnesota.
And we're back, chopping it up. This is the National Center of Excellence for USA's Taekwondo, the inaugural Senior Grand Slam. I'm Jason Poos, joined by Sherman Nelson, who will be along shortly. In the blue, we have Hannah Keck. This is our #1 seed out of Texas. Hannah is 5'9", weighed in at 83 kilograms, and is our World Championships team member currently right now. So a lot of experience for her recently in the adult division. Hannah's coached by Coach Cabrera out of Texas. So they're kind of out of the Dallas area. On the other side, Tara Hesse. We've got Tara already. We've seen her once, so she's fighting pretty quick again at 5'4". One of the shorter fighters, 71 kilograms for her. She is coached by Scott Phelps, who's filling in for her coach. We're already at 5'0", so Hannah's already connected pretty early and often, and just brings it over the shoulder. So the height is going to be a major issue at 5'4". I thought it might be in the last match, and it wasn't, against Madeline Douglas from Kansas, but this time it is, and it's showing early. Hannah well on her way with an 8-1 lead, and if Tara Hussey's not going to be able to collapse the space as she did earlier in the first match, this one could get out of hand because Hannah's got a lot of flexibility. And scores again with the head kick. Tries a really pretty bright move on her part. She threw an axe kick, scored it as she's falling, threw up a spin hook kick and connected it, and was going to receive the bonus points and make it a 5-point kick. That was very athletic, very, very savvy move. Really, probably, if there was any chance for Tara Hussey to get herself back in this match, that might have taken it out of play because, as you know, there's a 20-point gap here, and it's going to be after the second round.
Yeah.
So for Tara, she's going to have to honestly kind of weather the storm and cover her head and see if she can, just kind of dig herself out of holes and get her back in this match. And a deduction for raising the leg and not kicking, not really doing a taekwondo action, and that's going to get you a deduction every time. Tara shows there she's got good flexibility. She doesn't flip and kind of keeps it up and hangs it up there and throws it again, but it doesn't have a ton of force.
Right.
And without question, it doesn't have a ton. For me, it doesn't have a lot of meaning. Right. And it's because
it is. Yeah. It's I'm busy, but I'm not productive.
Right. Yeah. It's
show
really
you that
it's out on the
I want to
periphery
be
a
out
little
here.
bit. Right.
Right. And we get it. We get it. Because we've been in that position before, in the chair and in the ring.
So Hannah's showing her experience and showing her that at this size, Tara's going to have to be able. And it scores again to the head, and another to the head, and another.
Yeah.
So she's getting 3 back to back. And they're going to give 2 more points for the spin kick because she did the axe kick and followed with another spin hook again. So
that flexibility is critical. The ability to bring that leg down and then turn in such a tight.
Yeah, I'm going to give her a lot of credit, but I'm also going to tell you she's able to keep her head up and do it because the girl's 5'4".
5'4", and she doesn't have to
and
keep
it's
that
not
high.
a knock on Tara Hussey. It's just
no, she's just short.
When you get up, when she's going to get up against a fighter much bigger than that, you're going to have to drop your head and take a little more of a risk with the spin because their person's bigger, and that's just kind of how the spin hook kick works. Just about a second left, and that ends the first round with Hannah Keck out of Texas with a commanding 28-2 lead over Tara Hussey from Minnesota.
So, that's a great
Beautiful
shot.
views. Wow, camera guys, that's amazing. And you could see what I saw there. I saw her
second
falling.
time she did it, she pulled it off.
Right here. See that fall? That nicked. And honestly,
The third time, because that was.
well, that was the first one. That was the first one because she fell. So let's see some of these highlights as you guys are seeing. So you're seeing what we're seeing, and you're getting to see the flexibility. She kind of keeps it there, hangs it, scores to the body, brings it over. So there's that spin hook kick. That is just excellent movement, flexibility, and
adaptation of the game.
Well, just understands taekwondo, but you can tell that, honestly, with that spin hook kick in there, that's got a little Dong Lee in it, if you will, right?
You and I both know.
Yeah.
We go back with Dong S. Lee a long way.
Yeah, Coach Lee out of Texas is, he's just so fundamentally sound.
Yep.
And And
Sifu,
Hannah
I
has,
call him Sifu.
yeah, and Hannah has some training with Coach Dungley, and so that really, that's honestly, it's got Coach Dungley written all over it to me.
I'm gonna kick under and over. And we've had the pleasure of getting to know Hannah. We've seen her at a few of our events. Just a sweet kid.
Yes,
Very
outstanding.
nice young lady. Easy to cheer for. Who is trying to assert that now might be her time, but she's gonna have some people to convince.
Yeah, interesting enough. I mean, you talk about how she's
that's
easy to
nice,
root
good.
for. Most of these kids are, if not all of them, are easy to root for. But
Yeah.
Hannah can endear herself to you really quickly, and she
Yes.
has to.
Did some fun interviews with her.
Just a great kid. But if you talk to her parents or her mother in particular, she's the same way. It's just such a fun lady to talk to. Very, very positive, very upbeat. And Hannah's the same way.
Yeah.
And I think it kind of shows here in the ring because she doesn't get too high. She doesn't get too low out there competing, and it's a good way to find a way to get some points and win some matches. So Tara Hussey, with just about a minute left in the second round, unless she can, add 7 points to her game without giving up any, this is going to be our first gap of the Grand Slam. And Hannah being, again, the number 1 seed, experience, coming off of World Championships. It didn't surprise us that she was going to win this match. It did surprise me how fast of a start she got out to.
Yeah, she came out guns blazing, and I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
No question.
If you can score. Let's get it going.
Yeah, good tap pressure there, if you will. We're just kind of tapping her foot, but as she's tapping, she's moving a bit. Great left leg patachuggi or left leg defensive roundhouse kick there by Hannah. So just showing off her skills at this point. The right leg cut, it's strong, it's effective. She can do it kind of in tighter or close, and she's doing it long as well. And then there's bringing up the left leg over the shoulder. So Tara Hussey's just not seeing it. She's just not quite seeing it at this point. And Hannah doing a good job of just kind of managing the space, as you talk about. She's, what she did is she found a way to get herself a bunch of points early and then work on some things, and that's what elite caliber players do. So congratulations to Hannah Keg.
Because at a fight-off like this, every match you're fighting the match you're in and the matches you have upcoming. So you want to score the points so that you secure the win, but also work on some things that you know you're going to need later on in the day. All right, up next in blue, we have Sarah Pride from Virginia, and in red, Sanaa Shabazi from California.
Right, and it's going to be interesting to see what we're going to do here. So we're being told that we're going to get them here momentarily. So we're going to take like maybe a 1 minute break. So you break with us, but like Sherman said before, don't go anywhere. This is Chopping Up. This is Jason Sherman. The inaugural Grand Slam plus 67 kilogram. Another quarterfinal match coming up soon. And we're back, and we've been told that we're going to take a break here. And interesting enough, we were supposed to take it before the quarterfinals, but they decided to fight one more match to try to balance out the day. So good thinking on our staff's part to try to keep it kind of equal parts throughout the day. But we are going to take our first break this morning. This is the inaugural Grand Slam at the USA Taekwondo National Center of Excellence. I'm Jason Poos for Sherman Nelson and I. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go far. In a few minutes, we're going to come back with our second quarterfinal with Sarah Pride from Virginia and Sanaa Shabazi from California. So stay with us here. USA Taekwondo U.S. Grand Slam Series. This is Grand Slam Senior Series number 1.
Hey, this is Coach Nelson, and I am here with Madeline Gorman Shore, our national team member, Pan Am Games, World Championships, back alley. She fights in all the events that we have going on around the world. Madeline, tell us a little bit about what's it like being a member of the academy. You get to train here full time. What's that like?
I'm definitely honored to train here full time. It's a great facility, and it's a mental change too. You have one ring, so it's more like competition, and you're prepared to go into competition like that.
Yeah, and we've been on trips before, and we always talked about being able to train together, knowing the need to have our athletes come together. So I'm glad you're participating, but looking at all of this, the lights and all of that, and the layout, what are your thoughts on the facility, the National Center of Excellence, knowing where we used to be and to where we are now?
It's definitely a change. It's a lot better than I think, going to the OTC for like a week or
Right.
something like that. And it's nice to have a full-time program.
Well, I'm glad you're here. We have we have talked about it a number of years. We wish you the best. We support you. This is Team Love and Safety. Shout out to Brianna. Everybody else will, and Kendall. You don't know what that means because you aren't a part of Team Love and Safety. This is Coach Nelson with the incomparable Madeline Gorman Shore. Height can still get chopped. I don't care how many teams you've been on. Still get chopped.
Man, I'm so excited for the Grand Slam to come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not coming on today.
I don't want to hear that. Trust me, it's coming on.
Okay.
Just trust me, okay?
All right.
Trust me.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Watching the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? Isn't that September 27th through the 29th?
The Grand Slam will be on September 27th through the 29th. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, have a viewing party at your Taekwondo school or at home. Post a picture on social media, then tag USA Taekwondo for a chance to be featured on the USA Taekwondo social media page.
How did he get his gear on so fast?
I don't know.
Hey, this is Coach Nelson, and I am here chuckling it up as well as chopping it up with the newest member of our team. And so, Brianna Walters is a part of our squad now, and we introduced her to you in the pregame show, but we didn't really let her dive into who she is. So we wanted to take a little time to introduce you to our newest family member. So, Brianna, welcome to the crew. You already see that we are slightly deranged in our minds, but we love what we do. So tell us a little bit about you, where you're from, your background in media, and then we'll spitball from there.
Yeah, so I am originally from the Rio Grande Valley, very tip of Texas, but I now live in San Antonio. Been there for about 11 years, went to school, kind of just hung out there. I currently have my own business, Brianna Walters Digital Media, and so what I do, I actually do a little bit of everything. So I do a little bit of social media management, I do video content creation, I'm on camera, talking about social media tips, video tips, leadership, team building, that kind of stuff. Yeah, so do have some sports background. I was with the Spurs for a few years. Love the environment, love the fast-paced environment. Yeah.
Wow, so they brought in a professional. So I guess we're getting rid of Jason. So I knew it was coming. It was inevitable. So it's great that you bring this wealth of perspective. You're here at our inaugural event. What are your thoughts on this Grand Slam event so far?
I'm excited to really be here and just learn more about Taekwondo. It's really great. I'm seeing the athletes I know, talking with you guys. You know, these athletes are training and working really hard, so it's kind of cool to come out here and really just showcase them and see all the hard work that they've put into it.
Yeah, it's a learning experience. By Sunday, you'll be a veteran
Yeah.
because you will have seen some things that probably will stay with you. All right, so I want to ask one more question. If you could be any animal in the world, I used to ask my mentees this question: what animal would you be and why?
Well, okay. So I really
That's
love
why.
I really love the water. Anytime I have to go on a vacation, I'm like, give me a beach. So I think I would be a dolphin because I think it would be so much fun just to be swimming. And they're nice. They're not like
They are?
they're not mean creatures. So I think I might be a dolphin.
All right, I like that you stuck with a mammal.
Yeah.
I like that you stayed with the warm-blooded crew. So we have some matches coming up, some challenges that we'll probably see overcome, and some hurdles. If you could give these athletes, knowing not a whole lot about Taekwondo, I wanted to hear your input from an outside perspective. What piece of advice would you give to athletes that you don't even necessarily know, but a life principle that you'd give them?
I think I would just tell them to always remember why you're doing this. Always go back to your why. I know with the challenges coming up, it could, bring in some distractions, maybe mentally distract them from, what they're doing out here. But I would say focus on the why, focus on the one thing, why you started this all, why you compete, and continue to focus on that because that's going to continue just to drive you and to motivate you.
See, this is what entrepreneurs have to remember, that we wake up every day having to be reminded of the why. Those sage words. I see why they replaced Jason. And we've been upgraded considerably. All right, so this is Sherman Nelson with Brianna Walters, and we are signing off. Hi.
I did a piece.
No, you did a peace sign. Good. That chopping is my thing.
Okay.
No, don't chop.
I'll
Yeah, I'll chop and you peace.
Okay.
See, I have war, you have peace.
It's a good
Tolstoy. It was
combination.
an excellent book. It's about that thick though, so you have to have a whole week to read it.
Moving on to the quarterfinals. Match number 4. Fighting out of Virginia. In blue, Sarah Fry. Give her a hand. In red, fighting out of California, Sanaa Sabani. Give her a hand.
Here we are, we're back to action. This is the inaugural Senior Grand Slam at the National Center of Excellence. I'm Jason Poos. Sherman Nelson will be along shortly. We have our next match. This is the plus 67 kilogram female division. This is the quarterfinals, our second quarterfinal of the morning. In the blue, we have Sarah Pride out of Virginia. Sarah Pride, 5'7", 73 kilograms, coached by Dennis White. In the red, we have Sanaz Shabazi out of California. Sanaz is 5'9.5" and weighed in at 73 kilograms, coached by Gary Galloway. Yeah, they're testing the equipment now. We'll get right to it momentarily. And we're action here, so we're underway. Sherman, join us here shortly. In the blue, we have Sarah. In the red, we have Sanaz. Sanaz, a lot of experience. Honestly, been around the sport so long that I can tell you that I competed in an Olympic festival as a player, and Sanaz was on my team. So she was obviously a very young girl at that time, and they let 14-year-olds compete in the adult division at that time. Sanaz scores a punch. She'll take a 1-0 lead with about a minute and a half left in the first round of the quarterfinals of this Grand Slam plus 67 kilogram division. So probably a little lacking flexibility on that, so she's gonna have to. But it's a good turn. I like the second kick trap by Sarah Pride. And an deduction for low kicking. So Sanaz is gonna take Shabazi is gonna take a 2-0 lead. Yeah, good checking by Sanaz, good faking, and then follows it up with a right leg Patachagi or right leg roundhouse kick defensively. And there's the front leg out bar, front leg roundhouse kick. So just showing she's got left leg and right leg repertoire here, and the turn is going to come. The spin is a good idea by Sarah Pride. It's not executed perfectly yet. That one was even closer. And Sanaz follows it up with a head kick to take a 5-0 lead. So kind of ran through the back kick, if you will. Kind of caught Sarah off balance as she was couldn't get it extended, and brought the right leg over the shoulder to score to make it 5-0. Sanaz Shabazi out of California. A front leg actually doesn't connect, but great movement there. And Coach kind of waving Sanaz to move to the side. So Coach Galloway definitely wants her to use the entire ring and kind of keep her distance. A little bit taller fighter in Sanaz Shabazi, so she's not going to have problems with the link because she's a little bit bigger. It's a high punch there. Let's see if they call that. No, they didn't give the point, but they didn't call her for punching too high. Good, just a couple seconds left here in this first round, and that ends the round with 5-1. So Sanaz Shabazi with a 5-1 lead over Sarah Pride out of Virginia. With Sanaz having this kind of experience, 5-1 is going to feel like to me almost double that, almost a 10-1 lead. And the reason why I say that, maybe even 10-2. The reason why I say that, she just knows how to manage the ring. She knows how to manage matches. Been doing it at a high level for a long time. On the other side, it's going to be back kick or bust, in my opinion, for Sarah Pride. And the reason why I say that is simply because Sarah has thrown it. It's been effective. It hasn't scored, but I haven't seen other techniques from her to this point that have had the ability to connect with that kind of point value, which is obviously more than 2 points.
I'm back. This interview with Deanna.
Yeah, interesting enough, I don't get to hear a single word of those in this booth, so I can't hear it. So I couldn't hear what was going on, but I'm excited. Obviously excited. We're excited to have a new member on our team, and she's obviously a pro at what we're doing here. So we're gonna hopefully learn a lot from Brianna. I beg your pardon, Brianna. Yeah, there's another nice back kick there. Now that was by Sanaz, you know. So Sanaz willing to kind of throw all she has as far as all different types of techniques to try to get a bigger lead here. But she's been working the punch, and then she's going to try to work the right leg over the shoulder after the punch. It's coming, and I would be remiss if I didn't think that Sanaz will set up a spin hook kick somewhere late in this round.
Because we have watched her this entire decade.
Well, this entire exactly.
The last 2 decades, actually.
I was going to say 15 to be safe, you know, but she'll set that up, and she's going to set it up, and it'll come late in this round, maybe right here, right now. Defensive back kick there. She has a good feel for when to throw it. She can drop her head. She gets a lot of torque on the right leg spin. Hasn't needed it to this point, so maybe it doesn't come out at 5-1. But Sarah Pride, you know, definitely willing to press the attack here. Oh, roundhouse kick to the face. That's a hard shot.
Ouchtown, population 1.
Yes, yeah, population Sarah. Yeah, that's uncomfortable. Yeah, that is Ouchtown. No question about it. That connected pretty solidly, so we'll see if that. And again, Sarah Pride willing to spin the right leg back kick, just can't connect the score. So, unfortunately, if those would score, we'd have ourselves a much better match.
We'd have a tighter match. We have under 50 seconds. Sanaz has been known to have a solid punch.
Yeah, at 9-1, this is trouble for Sarah Pride because she's going to have to lunge in, and Sanaz is going to drop her head.
That's where the turn comes in.
Yeah, that's it. But you know, Sarah Pride's got a little problem with her nose. I think there's some blood coming out of it from the roundhouse kick to the face. So we're gonna call in Doc Sue, who we both had the pleasure of working with many times, and purely a professional, and obviously she knows what she's doing. And she is a doctor for our national teams as well. So great to have her here.
And it's always great when I get to see some of these staff because I don't travel as much on trips anymore. But I get to see the staff that we've worked with before, and they've always been so attentive. And we've been very blessed and fortunate to have great medical staff on all of our trips. And we've been a number of places, a number of countries, and we always have a crack medical staff there. So I'm pretty glad about that.
Yeah, excited. It's pretty interesting to see the kind of stylistic differences of these fighters. Sanaz Sabazi coming from I guess from an age where it was much more of a back leg roundhouse kick and spin, but yet Sarah Pride is the one throwing the spins, and Sanaz has been good with her front leg. I've been pretty impressed with her front leg action. It hasn't connected, but it's been a deterrent, and that's what's kept Sarah from being able just to kind of rush her, if you will, or just push through.
Brazenly cross that line.
Because that front leg action is coming right down the middle, and she's bringing it, you know, at a good time where it's a deterrent for sure, and I've really been impressed with that.
Right there working on seeing if they can staunch the flow of blood.
Yeah, they will, and Sue has some techniques as we know. Yeah,
she did the heel.
Yeah, we can't see that over in the corner, but I know that would make our high performance director proud.
Yeah, if she could see the heel technique, because
May Spence, we learned that from Doc Sue as we're back to action, and it is an amazing thing. It is real. I'm so impressed with it.
So real.
Another great head kick, and just flips her right up. So she's willing just to go right back there, especially with Sarah Pride a little bit if you will,
apprehensive now.
Yeah, she's apprehensive. She's flustered, and she might be a little bit injured. You know, she just looks a little bit. Wow, she's coming in, so she's feeling good about herself again. Definitely has the wherewithal to know that she's going to have to make some attacks. But I'm worried about this spin hook kick. Since Sarah's been coming more with the front leg, Sanaz has been, I guess, not hesitant, but just not willing to throw it. But if she starts coming with the left leg, Sanaz will drop her shoulder and throw that right leg spin, and it'll come with force. Into the second round, 12-1. Sanaz Sabazi out of California, holding on to a 12-1 lead over Sarah Pride for Virginia. Interesting enough, throughout these matches, we've seen several of the girls not really using the front leg flip, and and I find that interesting because that is such a mainstay, it's a staple
Yep.
of the heavier female weight divisions. But let's just say female weight divisions. It's just because they sit on their back leg and they raise that front leg and they can flip and they can move it.
Sure.
But neither one of these girls, and honestly, only Hannah a little bit to this point, has really shown that. Now, a couple of them flipped it early, but they didn't use it as a tool. They didn't use it effectively.
It's important because it helps them to frame it.
Right.
You know, so when they lean back, they can frame with that cut, and then flip over the top.
Yeah,
And, it's essential that you frame.
It is,
You
and,
keep
and
a person in the
framing
frame.
is very, very important.
Because you don't get the picture unless you have the frame.
Yes, you're right.
Come on! I just blessed somebody out there today.
Yeah, I feel like you're dead right with that. Sherman, right on it as usual. Very impressed with his ability to find ways to give you guys the information necessary. But Shanaz is right now. Shanaz is going to have to kind of, be willing to kind of fight just now and then. But she's not going for the gap, so we're going to fight probably. I don't know. It looks like the entire third round.
We'll probably play this out because, well, I don't know if Sarah keeps giving her the space, she can score some more of those front. Oh, and Sarah Pride came with a nice front leg over the shoulder. Sanaz countered back with one, so now we're at 15-1. Sanaz is able to go back to some old school movements that a lot of these newer fighters probably have never seen.
Yeah, it's interesting because I'm going to ask you what you would do here as far as your strategy, because you have a 15-1 lead and you have just over a minute. Are you telling your fighter to maybe press the action and try to get out of this match a little early and get a little break, or are you saying conserve energy at this point?
So no, I'd have to know what condition we came into this match. If we came in fully loaded, I'd be like, let's get this over with. Let's use that front leg. We can still stick with that axe kick and the front leg roundhouse kick. Score those points. Get those easy face kicks, and then let the match be over. Because the longer it drags on, the greater the likelihood something loopy could happen.
Yeah, just over 30 seconds left. I think she's going to be content to keep her 14-point lead and not try to take it forward. But we'll look for that spin. She still throw it, and she'll throw it even with just a few seconds left. Especially if she thinks the other. But there's a point for Sarah Pride, so she received a point. And Sanaz with a nice follow, so she's definitely willing to.
See, I know Coach Galloway's telling her to keep her in the frame because that's a staple in his sparring construct, and it's paying off. She has a 15-3 lead.
Yeah, it is paying off with just 10 seconds left.
Good, and now we put it into neutral.
Oh, great front leg there.
Nice.
Great front leg to the body. Following to that, just a couple seconds left. Going to take some more chances. And that ends the game with a 15-3 lead.
That's good.
So Sanaz Sabazi, 15-3 over Sarah Pride. So she'll move into the semifinals. So we have our first semifinal bout now set with Sanaz Sabazi, the number 5 seed, going against the number 1 seed, Hannah Keck.
Hannah Keck.
That's great. This would be a great stylistic matchup because you've got the young girl that can do it all against the seasoned veteran who's been around for so long now and just knows how to win matches. So that's going to be
should be interesting.
Yeah, that'll be exciting. Yeah, we have another match coming up. So while we're waiting, let's kind of talk about the Grand Slams in general. So you have the opportunity to come and compete at a Grand Slam, and you have maybe some players that opted out, for whatever reason it is. But this is going to be a yearly thing. And so, Sherman, the opportunity to come here and to compete, and we know that our competitors in this country need competition.
Yeah.
Right? We need more competition. But more than that, we need more high-level competition.
Right.
Going to local tournaments is great. I hosted a local tournament for decades.
Sure.
I love the local tournament mentality. That's where you can really hone your skills and
at a certain level, the local tournament is an integral part of cutting their teeth. But at this level, you need high-level competition.
Right.
You don't need to fight Karate Bob, who's throwing the spinning back fist at the local tournament. But when you're a color belt, you need to matriculate through those ups and downs of tournament. tournament life. You know,
Right.
sitting in the gym all day Saturday, fighting at 5 o'clock in the evening. You need to go through that. But now we have a process and a venue that is designed specifically to give our best athletes the opportunity to sharpen themselves against other pieces of iron. You know, Psalm 27 says that as iron sharpens iron, so a friend sharpens another. So we get an opportunity to come out and sharpen ourselves against the best. And that's what everybody, here's the interesting thing, Jason. That's what everybody said they wanted. And now they have it. The question is, do you still want it? Or did you want it because you knew you didn't have it, and so you wanted something other than what you had? But now you have a process that's clearly articulated, delineated, and it's right here.
Yeah, I think you bring up a really good point, Sherman. And as you know, these are opportunities, and what we've been clamoring for is opportunities.
Right.
Now we're giving the opportunities. So if you're opting out of the opportunities, how bad did you really want them, for one?
Right.
And two, you come out here and you can put it on the line. You can put it on the line for your club, for yourself, for your country, however you want to do it. But you're going to come and compete in this great arena, in this venue, which is first class.
Yep.
First class production. You're going to be able to do it with $1,000 on the line.
Who doesn't?
I'm not sure why you would miss it.
Who doesn't need another $1,000?
Yeah, but I don't understand why you'd miss it. So, I mean, again, that's probably my logic. I think for me being a coach, what I would consider one of the I've coached at the highest level, at World Championships, at Olympic Games, at Pan American Championships and Pan American Games now. You have to find ways to challenge yourself. And if you don't do that here in the United States, you will become complacent.
But you're going to be challenged when you go internationally.
Absolutely.
And if you have not been in the crucible, you're going to get cooked.
Yeah, definitely excited about some of these matches coming up. We're in the quarterfinals of the plus 67 kilogram category. We're at the USA Taekwondo National Center of Excellence. In the blue, we have Rebecca Adams entering the arena. In the red, we have Bethany Walk. Bethany, with her round of 16 win over Cariana Huff, showed me some things. So this should be interesting. This is the 2 seed versus the 7 seed. So Rebecca coming in as the 2 seed. I honestly don't have a lot of information on Rebecca Adams here.
So
I just don't know a lot
I've
about
gotten a chance to follow Rebecca a little bit. She's worked with one of my coaches before. She's worked with some people in our area, so kind of have seen her around a lot. Watched her win some quality matches. So this should be a good matchup.
Yeah, she's not the tallest fighter, so we're bringing Rebecca Adams in at a 5'6", 72 kilograms against Bethany Walk, who's 5'8", 68 kilograms. So the stockier, heavier fighter here is the number 2 seed, but interesting enough, she's the shorter fighter. Yeah, this has been more of what I was looking for. They have a little more of the front leg game, a little more active game.
This is that next generation.
Yes. Oh, and that's good. That's good movement by her. Wow.
She has
very explosive.
She has some
great,
skills.
Great front leg face kick. That's impressive right there. Great start for Rebecca Adams. Very impressed with her ability.
She can follow that cut kick and follow it up to the face pretty well. So that's
I really like her pressure right now, Sherman, and then that checking. So some great movement from her and some great pressure, and it's garnered her 3 points, but there's her first reduction to make it 3-1. So at 3-1, Rebecca Adams holding on to a 2-point lead over Bethany Walk.
1-2. Good. Stay inside. Good. Work.
Oh, and a great over the shoulder. That's left leg too.
Yeah.
So she's been throwing right, and it brings her left leg over. So savvy play by Rebecca Adams. Impressed. I didn't know a lot about her. I'll know a lot about her from here on out. This girl's got game.
Yeah, she's got skills.
Oh, and a nice inside front leg roundhouse kick. So brought the action over, missed it, tapped the floor, brought it right back up, and scored it inside body shot. Oh, good front leg face kick. So we got us a good match, but that's the right leg action that doesn't connect. Great cover by Bethany Walk, but she's showing flexibility, and she's showing the diversity of both legs here. Rebecca Adams showing both legs flexible for sure. And a deduction for holding. That's a tough call because, she's trying to find a way.
She looked like she had her framed with her hands out, to keep her in the right space. But, you know, I don't second guess our referees.
20 seconds. Pressure.
Because I'm merely an
Oh, and left leg over the shoulder connects. So she's definitely
nice.
She's found the range with her left leg.
Though.
Yeah, she's found the range with her left leg, Sherman, and that tells you that you just don't see it coming on that side a lot. So
you know, we talk about that left leg and the value of especially in the female game, having a strong left leg.
Great first round action here at the plus 67 quarterfinals. Rebecca Adams, 13-4 over Bethany Walk. Very impressed with her game. Impressed with her strategy just to keep the pressure on. Yeah, very impressed with her. Dennis White's coaching Rebecca Adams, and I know that Dennis has great players. So you see him on the screen coaching her, and the eyes are right focused on him. So they're really getting into some depth conversation here. I don't know if that she's actually a player from his gym though. So that'll be interesting to know. She's clearly comfortable enough with Coach White to get some information, you know, and use it. But I don't know if that's actually his player he is from Florida.
Yeah.
So we'll try to find some of that information out.
It isn't, and I think that they're in between coaches.
Gotcha.
And I know her mom does a lot. Her mom is a coach. I know her mom works with her. So
Gotcha.
Again,
Yeah, good info.
It's great.
Second round action here. Plus 67 kilogram category. Rebecca Adams from South Carolina, I beg your pardon, and scores again, and cracks right to the head. And there's our 8 count. So referee giving the 8 count to Bethany Walk, and a deduction as well. So she's really starting to pull away at 17-4. So showing all aspects of a great face kick to score to get an 8 count. So that's interesting. She's a dynamic fighter. Can really do a lot of things here. There's the right leg over the shoulder, not going to connect there.
Yeah, she kind of wound it up a little too much.
Yeah, you're right. She did wind it up, and it shows that a little too early. You know, that's why I like it better on this left side.
Excellent cancel though.
Yeah, she brought that up and scored that.
Cancel that facilitated that secondary kick. We talk a lot about the need for a secondary and tertiary movement in order to score.
Yeah, I feel like that's sort of what's lacking at times for our junior fighters.
Sure.
The younger ones is that, you know, if my initial kick doesn't score, I don't have answers.
Then I go back and reset myself.
Yeah, and start again and try to get another initial kick. So these secondary and tertiary techniques that we discuss all the time, they come into play, and they come into play in matches like this where the players are both, you know, at least fairly equal as far as they're both here in the Grand Slam.
Right. You don't want to be Milli Vanilli. You don't want to be a one-hit wonder. You want to have a nice discography.
Boy, those are good songs, though.
Well, I don't know that they were.
At 23-4, another head kick. So found the range with the axe kick or crescent kick, for sure, and found it on both legs, but predominantly on the left side for Rebecca, and she has a good chance to end this before the start of the third round if she can just score any type of point here at the 20-point gap. That's sort of you know for lack of a better term, kind of a mercy rule from World Taekwondo that says, hey, look, if you're up by 20 in the third round or before the third round, we're going to stop this match. And there's another head kick. Doesn't connect. Interesting. That was a left leg as well. And a punch comes in. So she does score that punch with 7 seconds. That's excellent coaching. Excellent. Excellent Taekwondo. And what it is great recognition. She knows she just needs 1 point to end it. She knows she can lunge in and score the punch. I mean, I'm going to tell you, Sherman, this has been the most impressive fighter to me to this point of the day. I'm very impressed with Rebecca Adams out of South Carolina. She moves into the semifinals where she'll face the winner of Jackie Galloway and Micaiah Bracey. Rebecca was our number 2 seed.
Yep.
And it showed.
That was kind of the match I thought we would see there.
Yeah, I really like her.
Yeah,
I'm very impressed with her.
It's setting up some good semifinal matches, though. All right, while they are preparing the next bouts, we will take a real quick step away from the desk. This is Sherman and Jason, your Chopping It Up champions, and we'll be right back.
Yeah, we're waiting for our next match between Micaiah Bracey and Jackie Galloway. And while we're waiting, we're going to do a little house cleaning here. We had a little blood on the mat, so we're going to take a small break as we clean the mat, get it ready for the next match. Stay with us. This is the inaugural Grand Slam at the USA Taekwondo National Center of Excellence here in Colorado Springs. I'm Jason. That's Sherman to my right. We're in the broadcast zone. Stay with us. We'll be back really quickly.
Next, from North Carolina, let's hear it for Micaiah Bracey.
And we're already back to action. It's our last quarterfinal of this morning session.
Yes.
The plus 67 kilogram. In the blue, Jackie Galloway
The
from
Olympian.
Texas. Yeah, she is the Olympian. In the red, we have Micaiah Bracey, athletic young player that we both have seen.
Up and coming.
Yeah, she is up and coming. There's no question. Good action here right off the bat. Jackie. Yeah, that's interesting. Already a little bit of an injury there. Huh.
Yeah, that was a good, strong cut kick.
Yeah, she is. So it's 1-0 Jackie Galloway, and she does have a strong cut.
Yes, she does.
Obviously world class.
And it scored.
Yes, it did score. So we're at 3-0 Jackie Galloway. Jackie coming in at 5'10", 85 kilograms. On the other side, Micaiah comes in at 5'7", 74 kilograms. So a big weight discrepancy here.
Yeah.
And
20 plus pounds is a lot of weight. Might have been on the cut kick, might have made that knee buckle.
yeah, so we're in injury timeout here. So Sherman, so let's talk a little bit about Jackie Galloway's accomplishments, because there's so many.
Yeah, she's had some success. Yeah, when you win a bronze medal in the Olympic Games, that's success.
No, she's in a lot of pain and she's down and she can't continue.
Yeah, that's hard to see, and we've seen it before. Where an athlete is injured, and their heart wants them to go, and the medical staff is like, yeah, we don't think you can go.
Yeah, and it's pretty disheartening because, again, a very up-and-coming young fighter, and I really like to see that match.
Yeah, I would like to see her be tested.
Yeah, and
she's transitioning to seniors from juniors. I'd like to see her be tested, but unfortunately, we won't get to see that.
No, but they are part of the sport. You know, when you talk about sports, you unfortunately have to talk about injuries.
Yeah.
When you talk about competitive sports, I feel like you have to talk about more of them.
Yep.
And in this case, it's definitely part of it. But I just, for me, thinking about Micaiah here for a second, I just want this to be a sprain and not a tear.
Something small so that she can recover. Yeah. And get back out there.
Again, we like to look at the bigger picture here, and that's a future athlete for USA Taekwondo. I think it's got a bright one.
So we're taking an hour break, and we'll return at 12:30.
So we have our semifinal set, Sherman.
We have semifinal matches at 12.
And in the semifinals, we have Hannah Keck and Sanaa Shabazi, Rebecca Adams, and Jackie Galloway.
Yeah, and people, you're going to say, well, it didn't go true to form because, Jackie, but you do have 3, you have 2, you have 5 Sanaa. So the only real upset here in the seeding was the 4-5, and really that could go either way anyway,
Sherman. At 4-5, it's
right. It
really
could go either way.
Best.
So with that being the case, so we do have the 1-5, the 2-3. So from that point of view, it's not surprising, but honestly, if you talk to us beforehand, we thought these 4 athletes would be fighting in the semifinals here for the Grand Slam title.
Right, and did believe that this would be the 4, and.
ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation. A culture of non-reporting. Who's ready to end abuse in sport?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Are you ready to change the game?
Man, I'm so excited for the Grand Slam to come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not coming on today.
I don't want to hear that. Trust me, it's coming on.
Okay.
Just trust me, okay?
All right.
Trust me.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Watching the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? Isn't that September 27th through the 29th?
The Grand Slam will be on September 27th through the 29th. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, have a viewing party at your Taekwondo school or at home. Post a picture on social media, then tag USA Taekwondo for a chance to be featured on the USA Taekwondo social media page.
How did he get his gear on so fast? I don't know. ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation. A culture of non-reporting. Who's ready to end abuse in sport?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Are you ready to change the game?
Man, I'm so excited for the Grand Slam to come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not coming on today.
I don't want to hear that. Trust me, it's coming on.
Okay.
Just trust me, okay?
All right.
Trust me.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Watching the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? Isn't that September 27th through the 29th?
The Grand Slam will be on September 27th through the 29th. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, have a viewing party at your Taekwondo school or at home. Post a picture on social media, then tag USA Taekwondo for a chance to be featured on the USA Taekwondo social media page.
How did he get his gear on so fast? I don't know.
Who's ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation. A culture of non-reporting. Who's ready to end abuse in sport?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Are you ready to change the game?
Man, I'm so excited for the Grand Slam to come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not coming on today.
I don't want to hear that. Trust me, it's coming on.
Okay.
Just trust me, okay?
All right.
Trust me.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Watching the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? Isn't that September 27th through the 29th?
The Grand Slam will be on September 27th through the 29th. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, have a viewing party at your Taekwondo school or at home. Post a picture on social media, then tag USA Taekwondo for a chance to be featured on the USA Taekwondo social media page.
How did he get his gear on so fast?
I don't know.
ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation. A culture of non-reporting. Who's ready to end abuse in sport?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Are you ready to change the game?
Man, I'm so excited for the Grand Slam to come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not coming on today.
I don't want to hear that. Trust me, it's coming on.
Okay.
Just trust me, okay?
All right.
Trust me.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Watching the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? Isn't that September 27th through the 29th?
The Grand Slam will be on September 27th through the 29th. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, have a viewing party at your Taekwondo school or at home. Post a picture on social media, then tag USA Taekwondo for a chance to be featured on the USA Taekwondo social media page.
How did he get his gear on so fast?
I don't know.
ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation. A culture of non-reporting. Who's ready to end abuse in sport?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Are you ready to change the game?
Man, I'm so excited for the Grand Slam to come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not coming on today.
I don't want to hear that. Trust me, it's coming on.
Okay.
Just trust me, okay?
All right.
Trust me.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Watching the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? Isn't that September 27th through the 29th?
The Grand Slam will be on September 27th through the 29th. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, have a viewing party at your Taekwondo school or at home. Post a picture on social media, then tag USA Taekwondo for a chance to be featured on the USA Taekwondo social media page.
How did he get his gear on so fast?
I don't know.
Who's ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation. A culture of non-reporting. Who's ready to end abuse in sport?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Are you ready to change the game?
Man, I'm so excited for the Grand Slam to come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not coming on today.
I don't want to hear that. Trust me, it's coming on.
Okay.
Just trust me, okay?
All right.
Trust me.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Watching the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? Isn't that September 27th through the 29th?
The Grand Slam will be on September 27th through the 29th. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, have a viewing party at your Taekwondo school or at home. Post a picture on social media, then tag USA Taekwondo for a chance to be featured on the USA Taekwondo social media page.
How did he get his gear on so fast?
I don't know.
ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation. A culture of non-reporting. Who's ready to end abuse in sport?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Are you ready to change the game?
Man, I'm so excited for the Grand Slam to come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not coming on today.
I don't want to hear that. Trust me, it's coming on.
Okay.
Just trust me, okay?
All right.
Trust me.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Watching the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? Isn't that September 27th through the 29th?
The Grand Slam will be on September 27th through the 29th. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, have a viewing party at your Taekwondo school or at home. Post a picture on social media, then tag USA Taekwondo for a chance to be featured on the USA Taekwondo social media page.
How did he get his gear on so fast?
I don't know.
Who's ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation.
Good, and welcome back. As the coaches and players are entering the arena here, we're back for the semis and finals of our first inaugural USA Taekwondo National Center of Excellence is where we are for the Grand Slam. $1,000 on the line plus tons of other things for these players. 160 ranking points to be exact. A chance to come to the academy and be part of the academy. And, of course, get yourself in the pool of athletes, the roster pool of athletes for the Pan Am Championships for 2020. So a lot on the line here for these athletes, and we're down to 4. So excited to have our number 1 seed, Hannah Keck, out of Texas, coached by Coach Cabrera, David Cabrera. On the other side, Sanaz Shabazi, coached by Gary Galloway. Sanaz coming in at 5'9", 73 kilos. Hannah Keck coming in at 5'9", 83 kilograms. So size matchup is the same for the first time we've seen all day. A little more of a weight advantage as far as Hannah's a little bit heavier. Nonetheless, and honestly, some of these things, we got some weight divisions here where there's so much discrepancy. You're going to see this, but they look about the same size. Both players look about the same size. Sanaz being a savvy veteran, Hannah being a young player, but the number 1 seed for a reason. She was the World Championships team member for the United States and now has a chance to get to the finals of the inaugural plus 67 kilogram Grand Slam competition here in Colorado Springs. I'm Jason Poos. Sherman Elsel will join us shortly. We're here for action here. Hannah, coming off of the World Champions, like I said, it was a first-round loss, but learned a ton in there, and it really showed for us. It really showed in her first match, if you will, to get herself to the semifinals as she cruised to an easy win. Great punch, great over the shoulder, and connects with the left leg to get the axe kick, and grabs the deduction as point as Sanaz Shabazi stepped out of bounds. So that's 4-0. And that ends the match, and we don't know what's going on, but Sanaz is unable to continue. Just literally shook to the referee and said, "No mas." I don't know what's going on. We're going to try to get that. I don't know if she's unhealthy. We don't know if she can't compete any longer, but nonetheless, we've got our first finalist, Hannah Keck, from Texas, into the finals of the inaugural Grand Slam. So Hannah will take on the winner of Rebecca Adams from South Carolina against Jackie Galloway from Texas as well. Yeah, that's something we're going to try to get to the bottom of it. We'll try to get an interview with some of the players throughout the day, and we'll get you, but that was really strange. I mean, literally about 10 feet in front of me, she just looked straight at the referee and shook her head and said, "I don't want to do this." But again, obviously we may have some injury concerns here for the athletes. We want to find out exactly what's going on with Sanaz. We'll get back to her. I will get a quote from our USA Dr. Sue, and Dr. Sue Bromley will give us, maybe we can get some answers from Sue Bromley here shortly, and we will get that for you. So strangely enough, we are going to have a small break as we just got started and literally just got started with the match. So stay with us here at USA Taekwondo. I'm Jason Poos. This is Chopping It Up, Jason Sherman edition. But this is the Grand Slam, and what's going to come with this Grand Slam is obviously the $1,000 prize that everybody's really looking forward to. So I do see Sanaz try to get a quote from her, and we'll be back shortly. So stay with us here at USA Taekwondo at the National Center of Excellence.
semifinals, we have from South Carolina, Rebecca Adams.
And we're back to action here at the inaugural Grand Slam. This is the plus 67 kilogram, our second semifinal of the afternoon. As they're coming in, you will see the players. You'll recognize one as our 2016 bronze medalist from the Olympic Games. That's in the red. We have Jackie Galloway. In the blue, we have Rebecca Adams, a young up-and-coming fighter. Rebecca, 5'6", 72 kilograms, out of South Carolina, coached by Dennis White. On the other side, we've got Jackie Galloway, 5'10", 85 kilograms, coached by her father, Gary Galloway. Now, as they're checking it, we did get a confirmation that, interesting enough, we just found out Sanaa Shabazzi came off of a pretty major surgery, and after the first match, thought she was okay, was going to try to give it a go in the second match, and just started moving and really couldn't fight to her potential. Interesting enough, she told me that she couldn't really throw any spinning hook kicks in that first fight, and we talked about that ad nauseum. Basically, that we were stunned that she wasn't able to do that, wasn't doing it, I should say. And now it makes perfect sense to me because, you know, that's a staple of her game. So, yeah, here we are. Jackie in the red, big, obviously the bigger fighter. Rebecca's been savvy, and I loved her first match. Maybe my favorite match of what she's able to accomplish in the morning session. Just able to handle a Bethany walk that was really looking good coming off of her quarterfinal match. I beg your pardon, her round of 16 match. Oh, great front leg by Jackie. Doesn't score, but just grazes by the shoulder and took it down the middle. So that's going to definitely keep Rebecca from just kind of moving straight in. She's going to have to find a better angle and going to have to follow when she's on the inside, because once she gets to the inside, she's going to have to make some noise. Basically, because Jackie's doing a good job of using her size here, using her reach to keep the shorter fighter, Rebecca, away. Yeah, good pressure. I really like this young girl in Rebecca Adams. Oh, great front leg X kick slash hook kick slash side kick. She kind of did all of them, kind of mixed them apart in there, mixed them all up. Jackie doing a good job of scoring to the body right now. I'm impressed with her ability to get those points, and Rebecca Adams was really offensive in her first few matches, and she's not able to do that. Jackie, a sneaky right leg off the line roundhouse kick, back leg off the line roundhouse kick, and then follows up with the front leg axe kick that doesn't connect, but does get a deduction for holding. So now we have 4-1.
Pressure. Guard tight. Hands in place. Right. Guard tight.
Yeah, the size difference here is really evident, and it just starts with that cut right there, able to push her around. Doesn't quite get her out of bounds, but takes a 4-1 lead after the first round for Jackie Galloway. Jackie Galloway's coming off of, she hasn't competed in the United States just over a year. Last time she competed in the United States was at the President's Cup, would have been in Las Vegas in 2018, fall of 2018. So, but she did compete in Chiba at the Grand Prix for the World Taekwondo. That was just a couple weeks ago, and lost her first match, but I don't think she's deterred, and the reason why I say that is because she's just coming back from some major injuries and things. So for her to kind of come in and try to get herself back to the condition that she was in to win that Olympic bronze medal, to try to get herself in the position to win, again, it's going to take a little time. And again, herself and her coach both, you know, Coach Galloway and Jackie both know that it's going to take a little time to do that. So.
All right, and I'm back with you now, Jason.
Yeah, it really is chopping it up with Jason and Sherman, because it does well just chopping it up with Jason. In fact, it could run on its own, no kidding.
No, the people were calling for me.
Were they? I didn't get any of those calls. But we have a good second round action, and I like, again, Rebecca Adams trying to bring that right leg over the shoulder, but then the process gets hung up, and what happens? Jackie takes her right leg and scores underneath to the body. So, again, just super experienced player, you know, finding ways to score and makes it a 6-1 lead here.
Yeah, Jackie is pretty adept at covering and blocking that outside kick. We talked earlier about, you know, that kick. If it starts too early, it's an easy tail. And then not just the tail, but it's the height difference. It's that difference in their size that we talked about at the onset that would come into bear. You know, so she's going to need a multiplicity of skills to get past a bigger and stronger, because Jackie kicks hard.
Oh, that just demonstrated what you talked about right there. Off the line right leg that did not score, but literally shook Rebecca Adams.
And she took it on the arm.
Yeah.
That arm is not feeling good right now.
No, it's the power. It's the power. It's the strength. It's the size. It's all of those things. Oh, a beautiful front leg to the face to score for Jackie Galloway. She'll take a 9-1 lead. And just that's where Jackie really excels. That front leg, left leg to the head, where you just think you're able to come in and reach her, and she looks like it's going to make it to the body, turn the kick over to the body, but what? Lifts it to the face, scores to the head, and is able to do it pretty effortlessly.
Yeah.
15 seconds. Yeah,
Jackie definitely content to kind of stay back and cover a little bit and occasionally lift that leg up as you see right there. She's really in control right now, and I know the score's not telling us that, but she's very much in control.
But knowing her fighting
attack.
style and knowing the ebb and flow of a match, we can tell you that she's more in control than the score indicates.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I think you're dead on, Sherm. I also, you know, for her, just she has the distance. They're fighting when she wants to fight, and that's something that I'm sure Coach White is going to try to, you know, if nothing else, communicate that to his player. You have to find ways to make this match your match, and by doing that, you're going to have to get through the initial front leg. Easier said than done. Whether you clash with the leg and make it a cancel move, and then follow, whether you try to lift and go over the top of it, or just run through that. But there's Jackie's, I mean, almost signature kick, if you will, and that just based on she's so clean with it, lifts it, it just looks so relaxed, up and then boom,
shot.
right to the head. Kind of gets stuck on the body and takes it over.
A little more separation, she got 6 points with that.
Right.
And we saw that in we've seen that in a number of instances where you make the first contact and are able to kind of pull the leg back 3 or 4 inches and stick it back out.
Yeah,
there.
it's almost like a rechamber, you know, right? Like you kick it, rechamber back, and that's what elite players do. They know how to work the system and try to get 2 for 1 there. Oh, good idea. Right leg, actually. There's the right leg from Adams, yeah, and Rebecca Adams.
Every one of those has been blocked. Every one of those has been caught up on her arm.
Yeah, and you know what? She hit every one of those the last time.
Right.
So there you're talking about a difference great try by Jackie Galloway. Her front leg right now, her left leg, front leg is really starting to dial in. The hard left leg cut kind of keeps her away. I like Adams' pressure. If she can just keep that pressure on, good pressure.
Yeah, she can make up this 8-point difference, but she's going to have to engage at a higher degree of intensity than what she's demonstrating right now.
Oh, nice. Beautiful front leg. Doesn't score, but again, just managing the distance here and finding ways to put her foot on the chest gear and the headgear.
Work.
Inside roundhouse kick. There's another inside roundhouse kick by Rebecca Adams. Doing a good job of finding ways to get there to score. Just too good a cover right now for Jackie Galloway.
Right away.
Yeah, and there it is again. There's a left leg covered out easily by Jackie Galloway. So Galloway in firm control here. Just under a minute left with a 9-1 lead. Very content to play defense. There's a good punch. She should receive that punch. Only one judge scored it, so that's a good punch by Rebecca Adams. Surprised that didn't score.
Wait. Gotta work. Don't wait for it. It'll come if you wait. Good. Follow.
That was, I think, a golden opportunity.
Yeah,
I think that axe kick, if she brings that knee in tight and chambers it straight down the middle, instead of the swing that is easily blocked but just sticking your arm out,
Yeah,
But at this point, with 30 seconds, you need 7 points.
Right. She
So
does
we're
garner a
gonna
point from a
yeah.
deduction, but that's too little too late at this point. And you're right, Sherman. I mean, she has to change that kick that would score on a junior player over the shoulder and over their hands. That doesn't score on an Olympic bronze medalist.
No, it does not.
I mean,
And if you see it doesn't score in the first 2 rounds, let's go back into the holster and get a different gun.
You're right. Yeah, there has to be adjustments made. She hasn't been able to do that. Just under 10 seconds, Jack Galloway
That's good, though.
continues to throw the right back leg, continues with a punch there, and we're going to end this match with probably a 10-2 win. Impressed with Jackie Galloway's ability to not seem too frustrated or fluctuate.
Yeah,
There's not a lot of fluctuation in her game right
yeah.
now. I'm very impressed with Jackie to come back. It's been a while for her, but it really is nice to see.
It was a great showing by Rebecca Adams because she's got to learn that this is what high-level senior female competition is like in the plus 73 and even in minus 73. I think she competes at minus 73. But this is what you're going to have to face. This is the mountain you're going to have to climb.
You will. First, congratulations, Rebecca Adams from South Carolina on an amazing day. Coach Dennis White at the helm today. But I'm very impressed. I came away very impressed with this young lady. Now, I will talk future, and it's time to talk a little big picture here. So you said she's under 73 kilograms, correct?
Yeah, I think so.
That Jack Galloway's not a big plus 67, okay? No. She's not small, but she's not big in
on the world stage.
Right?
No.
So now you're talking about a young girl who's much shorter, much smaller. Rebecca came in at 5'6", 72 kilograms here, okay? So if she's going to fight the under 73 kilogram category, like you say, that's not a big, 5'6" is not big for that. And then to go to the Olympic Games, you're really going to have to hone in on style. And what I mean by that is to be a shorter fighter, and she's clearly going to be a shorter fighter if she's going to stay without losing weight and going down to 67. She's going to be a shorter fighter, under 67, I should say. So if that's the case, Sherman, then
she's going to have to master the inside game.
Yeah, just going to have to come up with some.
We're going to need some more explosion. We're going to need some variation of technique. You know, axe kick is great, but there has to be the outside sweeping axe kick. There has to be a straight inline. There has to be some more variety. And this is a great place to learn that you need that. You know, and I think she learned those lessons. So, I mean, I'm still excited for the future. You know, we have a lot of young talent. Let's see if they learn from it. Listen, let me go out here. I think I'm going to go and prep the the finalists, and I will be back.
Yeah, it's exciting. I'm ready for our final. We have our final. Sherman, he's going to sign off for a bit. I'm going to stay with you here. Congratulations again to our semifinalists, Sanaz Spazi and Rebecca Adams. Rebecca, I'm very impressed with you, and I hope we see you in a lot more competitions here at USA Taekwondo. Sanaz, get better. We know you're hurt. We know you're injured. We very, appreciate your ability to come out here and try it. So, to good luck to both of those fighters. But we have the final that we anticipated. We have the final we've been looking for, and now we have the final that both ladies out of Texas, Jackie Galloway from Texas, from the North Texas area, and Hannah Keck from the North Texas area. So they're pretty familiar with each other as well. So it's going to come down to who executes their game plan. But I'm going to tell you right now, Hannah Keck has started really strong in all of these fights. So if she can get out to that early lead, I like her chances. Jack Galloway looking really, really like the Olympian we all recognize. A little bit of a pause here, and we're getting our finalists ready. Keep in mind, folks, that someone just come off of a semi-final match that fought an entire match, so she's going to need a break. Plus, Hannah Keck didn't even fight more than about 30 seconds of a match, so she had a massive break. So trying to even this out for the players and give Jackie Galloway ample time to come out and compete at her optimal best. The next match obviously is due about 13 minutes from now, just under 13 minutes from now. So, no, I beg your pardon, it's a little bit different from that. It looks like it's going to be about a half hour from now. So we will find out. we will get that. It does say on your screen 13:15, so at 1:15 we'll start, which is about 25 minutes. So stay with us here at USA Taekwondo. We are at the Grand Slam, the inaugural Grand Slam. I'm Jason Poos for USA Taekwondo's National Center of Excellence. We're in the finals of the coming up under plus 67 kilogram category. I beg your pardon. Hannah Keck, get ready. Hannah versus Jackie. First $1,000 winner coming up in about 20 minutes. Stay with us here at USA Taekwondo, live streaming for the Grand Slam 2019.
Who's ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation. A culture of non-reporting. Who's ready to end abuse in sport?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Are you ready to change the game?
Man, I'm so excited for the Grand Slam to come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not coming on today.
I don't want to hear that. Trust me, it's coming on.
Okay.
Just trust me, okay?
All right.
Trust me.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Watching the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? Isn't that September 27th through the 29th?
Grand Slam will be on September 27th through the 29th. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, have a viewing party at your Taekwondo school or at home. Post a picture on social media, then tag USA Taekwondo for a chance to be featured on the USA Taekwondo social media page.
How did he get his gear on so fast?
I don't know.
ready to change the game?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Fear of retaliation. A culture of non-reporting. Who's ready to end abuse in sport?
I am.
I am.
I am.
Are you ready to change the game?
Man, I'm so excited for the Grand Slam to come on.
Dude, I'm telling you, it's not coming on today.
I don't want to hear that. Trust me, it's coming on.
Okay.
Just trust me, okay?
All right.
Trust me.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
Watching the Grand Slam.
Grand Slam? Isn't that September 27th through the 29th?
The Grand Slam will be on September 27th through the 29th. It will be live streamed on Facebook and YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also, have a viewing party at your Taekwondo school or at home. Post a picture on social media, then tag USA Taekwondo for a chance to be featured on the USA Taekwondo social media page.
How did he get his gear on so fast?
I don't know.
And here we are in our first final of the 2019 National Center of Excellence Grand Prix, Grand Slam Series. And what do we have? We have Jackie Galloway from Texas in the red, Hannah Keck from Texas in the blue. two girls that know each other pretty well. Both these ladies have been competing for a while, but Hannah being much younger, coming off of like we talked about earlier throughout the afternoon, Hannah is a World Championships team member from Team USA. Jackie Galloway, a bronze medalist, and a several-time team member for USA as well. Also from Mexico. So Jackie, but coming off her bronze medal at the Olympics in 2016, so looking to try to get herself back to that, which will be great. Both players kind of feeling each other out. Hannah, good offensive pressure there, looking for the left punch and then to bring the leg over the shoulder and score that. Scored that effectively through the first two matches. So looking to try to do that against a much more experienced player in Jackie Galloway. Jackie getting connection there on the chest protector, doesn't quite score the points, but definitely connected there with that kick.
Remember what's the second one?
Yeah, Jackie Galloway content to play a little defense here to kind of sit back and relax and look for some openings, try to look for some mistakes by the young Hannah Keck. Friendly hook kick by Jackie Galloway, doesn't connect, doesn't score. Great cover by Hannah. Hannah Keck riding a lot of confidence right now, so bringing it into fighting the bronze medalist from the United States at the Olympics in Rio, Jackie Galloway.
It's there.
Great checking, great pressure, leg check there. Looks like no deduction for Jackie. Raised her leg just a little late. Actually trying to kick, was just so late on the kick that just under 30 seconds left. Jackie Galloway in the red, Hannah Keck in the blue.
5 seconds.
Our screen's a little bit behind, a little frozen right now, but we just have 1 second left. Bam, that's going to end the first round with the score 0-0. Jackie Galloway a couple of touches, not quite enough power to score on the chest protector. Hannah Keck yet to hit the Hogu, but a close head kick. Yeah, Jack Galloway coached by her father on one side, Coach Cabrera coaching Hannah Keck on the other. A couple of things to note. Typically, I've seen Linda Lauren coaching Hannah Keck, so that's not the case there. So she does work directly with Coach Cabrera, so they do have a history together, and they have some clearly some chemistry together as well. On the other side, we talked earlier about the semifinals. So let's talk about the finals. Let's rehash a little bit of it. Jackie didn't do a ton in the semis. She didn't have to, and will that come to play here in the finals? Because coming off of a break here for a long time, hasn't competed since in the United States since last year at this time, fall of last year at the President's Cup. Competed 2 weeks ago for the first time in almost a year in Chiba at the Grand Prix for the World Taekwondo in Chiba, Japan. So, great inside roundhouse kick over the shoulder. And Hannah Keck drags it over the shoulder, scores the head kick. Will receive a deduction for falling down, but great move. Actually cleared the guard. I thought Jackie had that covered, but sure enough, Hannah just brought it a little higher and a little higher, was able to clear the cover and score to take a 3-1 lead.
There after that.
Yeah, so this is the first time for Jackie Galloway to be down in this tournament. So let's see how she manages this to, they're going to have to make up some points here in the second and or third. Great follow and does it nicely and handles that pressure just no problem. Gets hung up and throws the left leg inside and scores it to tie it up at 3-all. So just great wherewithal to score that inside. Throws the right leg underneath. Great cover by Hannah Keck, because I thought that was a really nice roundhouse kick by Jackie that could have scored. Keck, great pressure by Hannah Keck, still getting good pressure. Jack Galloway backing up a little bit, stays in there and kicks. Both players trading kicks inside, no one scores. The score is 3-3 here, so we have 3-3, just 40 seconds left. Again, the difference here is Jackie's deduction that she received for a .4, based on the fact that Hannah fell down after she scored her head kick. So Hannah with the one head kick for 3 points, Jackie with a body kick and a deduction. So that's where we got to where we are. And a deduction for Jackie Galloway for holding, for grabbing a leg. And that's going to be our first challenge of this session, of the plus 67 kilogram session for the females. Coach Gary Galloway is going to challenge the hold. This is going to be a tough one because I thought the leg did kind of get hung up on her arm, and whether she was trying to hold it or not, it got stuck there. So it'll be interesting to see what the video review judge sees here. He'll relay that information to the TA. Grandmaster Bruce Harris at the helm here. So obviously somebody that's done plenty of video reviews. We have the best of the referees here, and we'll give you their names, and without question, it's going to be interesting to see can he win this challenge. Again, it's a tough challenge because it's not really Jackie's fault. It kind of got stuck on her arm. It wasn't her holding, but at the end of the day, it's still stuck there. So it's called a grab, and because of that, the deduction will stay. 4-3 for Hannah Keck. So we've got good action here. We've got 17 seconds. Jackie on the attack there. So it's 4-3 Hannah Keck. A nice follow from Jackie. That right leg inside could be the one, but right now Hannah Keck's seeing it. We've got better action here. Jackie following, going to the body, going to the head. Doesn't score. Just a few seconds left in the second round. Hannah clinging to a 1-point lead. And that's going to be the timeout before she went out of bounds. Therefore, no deduction there. So we'll end the second round with a 4-3 lead for Hannah Keck. So this is a great final here. The young one is the younger player here in Hannah Keck has found a way to keep herself in this match, and Jackie Galloway's going to have to score offensively. I don't think Hannah Keck's going to run in here in the third round. I did like Jackie. This is the first time I saw the Jackie that I've seen from the last 6 to 8 years. Really busy, really active, working hard, trying to score, and I think that'll pay dividends for her in the third round, as she'll try to hit that right leg inside or that left leg over the shoulder, kind of her things, and of course the left leg front leg roundhouse kick. If she can get, she's going to have to bait Hannah Keck to come forward and score. So great third round final here at the inaugural Grand Slam here in Colorado Springs at our National Center of Excellence. Jackie Galloway in the red, 3 points. Hannah Keck in the blue, 4 points. Third round for the finals, and $1,000 on the line. Folks, you got to stay with us here at USA Taekwondo. We're giving you $1,000 fight right here, right now. 5-4, Jackie already makes up the difference. Beautiful on her part. Makes up, and a good punch by Hannah Keck. Kind of throws her apart, so they're going to get that punch, and we're at 5-5. So we got great action here in the third round. This is the plus 67 kilogram category. Oh, a beautiful front leg over the shoulder by Hannah Keck. Unfortunate, that contacted the headgear, but just didn't score. Didn't get enough on it. So I'm very impressed with her ability to just continue to attack this bronze medalist with abandonment. Good. Little lull here is that both fighters are looking for an opportunity. Jackie circling the ring. Hannah Keck trying to cut her off to try to get her to a spot where she can score some points here. Just over a minute left. Hannah Keck is going to have to probably score here on the inside, and it's going to be tough because Jackie's been so good inside, especially to the body. Jackie's inside body points have kind of been the difference. Hannah's head kick and punches have been the difference for her. So the two styles are going to come to clashing here, and we're going to see who can score it and win it. 50 seconds, so just under a minute. There's the left punch. Hannah Keck deserves it. Hannah Keck receives the point for the left punch. Impressed with her. So Jackie's going to have to get back on. Now she's down by, Jack Galloway down by a point, just under 40 seconds. Good try by both players. Oh, beautiful back leg by Hannah Keck. Doesn't score. They're kind of hung up here. We'll see if they just break them apart. Again, no deductions there. Both players are just kind of hung up or tied up together. So good job of the referee, just split them apart. Under 30 seconds left. Hannah Keck clinging to this 1-point lead. Jackie Calloway follows with the right leg. Content to go left to right. She'll go left cut, right roundhouse kick. Content to follow with that right. Here comes the punch to the shoulder. Hannah Keck doing a good job of just keeping her off balance a little bit. 10 seconds left. Can Jackie Calloway find a way to get the point? Oh, and unfortunate. It looks like there were 2 punches that came up. 2 people punched, scored the punch, but it didn't score. Coach Calloway doesn't have his card, so there's no challenging that at all. The referees would have to see that, and it's time. I did see 2 lights come up, so I understand what Coach Calloway's saying. Hannah trying to fight her. Jackie trying to fight. And Hannah Keck with an upset and $1,000 and a Grand Slam title. Exuberance in Hannah Keck. She beats Jackie Calloway, the bronze medalist. Wow, what a match here for Hannah Keck. Beautiful job. She scores. She wins. She beats the bronze medalist in Jackie Calloway, our Olympic bronze medalist. But more than that, she wins the first ever Grand Slam title for USA Taekwondo and the national here at the National Center of Excellence. Congratulations, Hannah Keck from Texas, on her win and her Grand Slam title. We're going to send it out to Sherman. He's got our winner in Hannah Keck.
Weren't we just in Minnesota doing one of these interviews not too long ago, huh? So congratulations, Hannah, on winning the first Grand Slam. How does it feel?
Amazing.
Yes, I will let you go with one-word answers today because the air is thin. Oh, but you have more? Yes.
The girl I fought, Jackie Calloway, is my childhood idol. It's the first time I'm able to get a ring with her. So yeah.
That's a big thing. And as young as Jackie is, there is a generational difference. And so we can imagine that. You got to watch her in the Olympics, and so you wanted to model, your success after hers. Take us through that last round. So that was a close match. We thought we were going to go to golden points, so that was exciting. But take us through that last round. What was going through your head?
The score was so close. I was up, I was down. I realized I had to just consistently fight, not try to keep lead. Just be relaxed, wait for it to come.
So that's one of the things we talk about. We used to talk about on the coaching staff is having a lead and keep fighting, not going to prevent us of defense. All right, so winning this gets you a prize. Did you know that? Yes, there's a prize. Come on in with the prize. And on behalf of USA Taekwondo and giant check makers everywhere, we present to Hannah Keck for the women's plus 67 division this prize of $1,000. I have my good jeans on. That's why I'm not gonna do it. I was going to get no. Hey, look at the throwback to our show. I like it. So as we close out and the chop, you're going to have to say this because you just received that. Well, that mouthpiece has to be thrown in the trash. That can't be used again. We're not doing plugs for Walmart. They're not a sponsor. You have to say it's nothing but a G thing, baby. You have to.
It's nothing but a G thing, baby.
Yeah, can we give it up again for the champ in women's plus 67, Hannah Keck. All right, so we're going to take a quick break, and then we'll be back with the men's plus 80 division. As Coach Cruz would say, the big jokers. Don't go anywhere. Oh, that's right, y'all don't have a ticket. Do go somewhere. Yes, out. Because if you don't have a ticket for this next session, everybody has to leave anyway. Coach Gina said everybody got to get out. We have to rearrange the chairs. Y'all messed the place up, so yeah, everybody has to get out. No, thank you guys for coming. Thank you all for being here for our first event. For our first of many events.